Welcome back to Ancestral 777, where we explore the deeper layers of Haitian Vodou, ancestral memory, African spirituality, and the hidden philosophies carried through ritual, symbol, and oral tradition. Today we are entering the cemetery gates to speak about one of the most misunderstood, feared, yet profoundly important spiritual currents within Haitian Vodou, Baron Samedi and the Gede spirits. Too often, the Baron and the Gede are reduced to caricatures in popular media, images of skulls, dark magic, chaos, or superstition. But beneath the sensationalism exists a far deeper spiritual reality rooted in ancestral consciousness, African cosmology, ritual philosophy, and humanity's relationship with death itself. The Gede are not simply spirits of death. They are spirits of transition, fertility, memory, satire, healing, truth, and continuity. They remind humanity that death is not the opposite of life, but a continuation within another realm of existence. Through laughter, provocation, dance, obscenity, and ritual humor, they expose vanity, confront hypocrisy, and force humanity to face the one reality no one can escape, mortality. In this episode, we will explore the origins of Baron Samedi and the Gede family, their ritual symbolism, their relationship to cemeteries and ancestors, the role of Guédé Nibo, the deeper meanings behind their provocative behavior, and the theological balance they maintain between life and death within Haitian Vodou. So take a breath, open your mind, and walk carefully with us beyond the cemetery gates as we enter the world of the Gede. Baron Samedi, often translated as Baron Saturday, is among the most recognized spirits within the Gede family of Haitian Vodou. He is widely associated with death, cemeteries, ancestral authority, and the threshold between life and the afterlife. In many Vodou lineages, he is regarded as the chief or patriarch of the Gede spirits, serving as guardian of graves, keeper of cemetery gates, and overseer of the transition between the visible and invisible worlds. Some oral traditions further describe him as the first man to die, linking him symbolically to humanity's encounter with mortality itself. Within certain traditions, Baron Samedi is identified as the son of Manman Nibo and the husband of Grande Brigitte, also known as Manman Brigitte, who is considered the mother of the Gede family. Together, they preside over the cemetery realm and the ancestral dead. Some teachings further mention children and sub-manifestations within the Gede current, including Gede Lohe, described as a destructive or plague-bearing force emerging from the domain of death itself. His association with Saturday is reflected directly in his name. In interpretations shaped through Haitian Catholic syncretism, Saturday became linked to the Baron through the belief that Christ remained among the dead between the crucifixion on Friday and the resurrection on Sunday. However, the deeper foundations of Baron Samedi and the Gede emerge primarily from West and Central African ancestral traditions that were transformed within the Haitian religious experience. The Gede spirits occupy a unique theological position within Haitian Vodou because they exist at the intersection of death and life, decay and fertility, mourning and celebration. They are not merely spirits of death, but ancestral powers connected to sexuality, rebirth, healing, prophecy, protection, satire, and the continuity of existence through lineage. In Haitian cosmology, death is not understood as annihilation, but as transition into another mode of existence, where the dead continue to interact with and influence the living. Among the most important figures within this family is Guédé Nibo, a spirit associated with young deaths, decomposition, prophecy, and the mysteries of transition. Certain traditions describe him as the son of Roy Wongo and La Lune, while others teach that he manifested on earth in the form of a sacred stone discovered by Ogun Badagry. Guédé Nibo is said to oversee the decomposition of corpses and shares guardianship of the Poto Mitan, the sacred center post of the Vodou temple, alongside Legba and Loko. This symbolism reflects his role as a mediator between worlds. There is a particularly important spiritual symmetry between Legba and Guédé Nibo. Legba opens the gates of life and communication, while Nibo governs the gates of death and ancestral passage. The Gede are also deeply associated with social inversion, truth-telling, and ritual satire. Their ceremonies frequently involve exaggerated humor, sexual gestures, theatrical obscenity, grivoiserie, and provocative dancing. These actions are not merely comedic, but culturally meaningful, functioning as mechanisms for confronting hypocrisy, exposing vanity, criticizing abuses of power, and reminding communities that all human beings eventually return to the same ancestral condition, regardless of status or wealth. During possession, Gede spirits may exhibit dramatic behaviors and physical manifestations. Individuals mounted by Baron Samedi may display pallor, rigid body posture resembling cadaveric stiffness, slowed movements, lowered body temperature, or speech patterns associated with the dead. Possessed Gede spirits are known for consuming raw clarine, rum infused with hot peppers, cigarettes, and other intense substances with apparent immunity or indifference. Their characteristic dance, known as the piqué collé, is marked by rhythmic pelvic motions, exaggerated gestures, and theatrical irreverence. The visual symbolism of Baron Samedi and the Gede is among the most recognizable in Haitian Vodou. They are commonly depicted wearing black tailcoats, top hats, funeral attire, dark glasses, and carrying cigars or bottles of rum, often infused with piment. Sunglasses with one missing lens are frequently associated with the Baron and certain Gede manifestations. Purple, black, and white are especially connected to the Gede current, reflecting funerary symbolism, ancestral authority, and the liminal state between life and death. Their sacred symbol is the cross, representing both the cemetery crossroads and the intersection between the worlds of the living and the dead. Cemeteries themselves are essential ritual spaces within Gede veneration. In Haitian Rara traditions, leaders and participants often visit cemeteries before processions begin in order to salute Baron Samedi's cross and honor deceased members of the community. This act is believed to gather spiritual force, ancestral blessing, and protective power before the public ceremony proceeds. The Gede family contains numerous manifestations beyond Baron Samedi and Guédé Nibo alone, including Baron Croix, Baron Cimitière, Brave Gede, Tibrave, Gede Mazaka, and Manman Brigitte. Each spirit expresses a different dimension of death, fertility, healing, decay, ancestral authority, or cemetery power. Some, like Brave Gede, are known for exuberant and coarse possession behavior, while others, such as Gede Mazaka, are associated with grief, discord, grave digging, or darker funerary dimensions. The annual festival of the Gede occurs primarily at the beginning of November, aligning with the Catholic observances of All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. During this period, cemeteries become central ceremonial spaces where devotees honor ancestors, offer food and drink to the dead, perform dances, light candles, and invoke the protective power of the Gede spirits. Modern scholarship emphasizes that Haitian Vodou should not be reduced to stereotypes of black magic or sensationalized imagery. Rather, it is a sophisticated religious system shaped through African cosmologies, Haitian history, resistance to colonialism, ancestral continuity, ritual symbolism, and community memory. Scholars such as Alfred Metro, Maya Darren, Patrick Bellegarde-Smith, Karen McCarthy-Brown, Milo Rigaud, and Jeffrey Anderson all stress that the ancestral dimensions of voodoo remain essential for understanding the Baron and Gede traditions. As we close this exploration into Baron Samedi and the Gede spirits, we begin to understand that the cemetery in Haitian Vodou is not merely a place of endings. It is a place of transition, memory, continuity, and ancestral presence. The Gede stand at the boundary between worlds, reminding humanity that life and death are inseparable forces moving within the same cycle. Through humor, provocation, ritual dance, sexuality, satire, and even discomfort, they strip away illusion and expose the temporary nature of worldly pride, status, and ego. Baron Samedi, Guédé Nibo, Manman Brigitte, and the wider Gede family teach that the dead are never truly gone. They remain connected to the living through ancestry, ritual, memory, and spiritual continuity. In this sense, the Gede are not only guardians of death, they are guardians of human truth itself. Understanding the Gede requires moving beyond fear-based stereotypes and sensationalized imagery. It requires recognizing Haitian Vodou as a complex spiritual system shaped through African cosmology, resistance, survival, ancestral reverence, and sacred philosophy. Thank you for walking through this conversation with me. Continue studying deeply, continue questioning carefully, and continue honoring the ancestors with wisdom, balance, and respect. This is Ancestor 777. Until next time, walk with the ancestors.